last night. Oh. So it has been a while since y'all last saw my custom, and boy has it changed. This beast has hit level 2. My plans for it, and boy is it a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. I have now both back axles set up. I have them connected. You can notice this is a bit out of wonk. That's just because I do have a sway bar set up in there, right there, which I still have to do some fine tuning to. We're running the new 3-cell. Timothy's in there. I don't have the lights plugged in. I have actually sanded and filled the sides of the cab and the shell, so it looks so much better now. And most noticeably, I've added the chassis extension guardrails, and oh my god, this thing is a beast. Ton of clearance spread out over the whole chassis, and instead of just doing one long drive shaft that goes from there to there, I've actually run it up and over to give me even more clearance. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This thing's just a beast. Still as fast as it was before, and it's crazy now. So I'm gonna go get the hood, and we'll go take her out for a bit of a run. Oh, we're outside. First pedal. Oh my god. Looks so friggin' awesome. Something doesn't sound too right. By the looks of things, yep, this came undone again. Oh well. Still, it looks so friggin' awesome. Alright, so now I'm back inside. Let me heavy detail explain to you exactly what I'm doing with this monster and what my plan is and what I really want to see from it. So this started off as one axial SCX-10 chassis. It has a fine-tuned motor, the one that comes with it in it, and ESC. A light kit is running a 3-cell 2000 milliamp battery, Traxxas TPI receiver and controller, and also has a 3D printed custom designed shell by me. That is basically what it all had before it was last shown on camera, I believe. Now, what I've done is I've bought a second chassis, dismantled it, used it for parts, added a second axle, run that axle up through the mill axle and into the gearbox. Also, it does have a 2-speed in there. I have that hooked up, and I have these steel or aluminum, not sure which, chassis rails, which have been custom drilled and cut by me, and the metal was chosen by a friend of mine, and I believe cut down to the length I need. So, what I am working on currently is I'm actually working on figuring out how I'm going to have these back axles connected to the front gearbox. And the issue I keep hitting is, as I had it before, would typically be happening is I'd have another metal plate here with another bearing there holding this in place. What happened is it slid back and then this unscrewed because this is a threaded bar, and because it's a threaded bar, because I do not have anything else that'll fit at the time being, does pose some issues with the bearings and getting it all fit. So I just wanted to get hooked up so I could run it for a bit. This will eventually be all 6-wheel drive. I'll have better mountings than these two hodgepodge bearing holders. Still haven't figured that out, and I will be doing something like a, I want to say, yeah, something like a skid plate underneath here, so if it does bottom out, it can slide off and not get caught up in all of this. But what I'm working on now is, the plan is to have right here mounted a sort of crane, like a logging crane, or like one of those trucks for the electrical wire cranes, something like that. Something simple here that I can use for either the mine site or for logging, stuff like that. And then a wood panel bed that can dump back here. Now, that all is going to require a good bit of stuff and a bit of time, so it will be probably a bit until that gets done. But you can expect to see that eventually, unless the plan changes. I'm also working on putting a servo-operated winch on the front, a servo-operated winch in the bed, like right here, so I can pull a truck up onto the bed if needed. And it will be running, the crane will be on a separate receiver, an FR Sky receiver that will be plugged into my FR Sky controller, my Turnigy Pro X9, something like that. But yeah, that is pretty much as far as I've gotten with this vehicle so far. I do plan to change out the ESC and maybe motor to something that will run a bit more battery power because it is still a bit weak. Probably will be hooking up the winch and the dumping bed to a small like winch controller that I can, keychain controller thing that I can just hook onto my controller. And like I already said, the crane will be a separate receiver and battery from those functions. So that's all done. And for those who are wondering what the color scheme plans I have for it, my plan right now is to do black body, wood bed with black metal supports, yellow crane arm, black base for it, and I will also be doing wheel hubcaps that will be metallic blue. So, if y'all enjoyed today's video, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!